Welcome, beautiful souls, to another episode of Let's Talk with Sistership Heals. My name's Leanne, your guide, spiritual life coach, psychic medium, and energy healer. So today we're diving deep into an important topic and sometimes painful part of our spiritual journey, and that is outgrowing a connection. This could be a friendship, this could be a romantic partner, it could be a family member, or even a community of people. Spiritually, we are always evolving, and sometimes what we was once aligned with is no longer our energy is no longer matching that vibration. So in this episode we're going to be looking at spiritual signs that you've outgrown a connection, why it happens and what does it mean in terms of your soul's growth. And I'm going to be giving you some activities as well to do, and at the end a little meditation for you. So why do we outgrow our connections? So the first one that comes to mind straight away is the fact that as we heal, we expand and we step into new versions of ourselves. It's all about coming home to our body and coming home to ourselves. So not everybody grows with us, and we're all on different timelines as well. So that's a thing, that we're all on different timelines and not everybody's growing at the same speed or even interested in doing what we may be doing in terms of our growth and expanding here. And it isn't about being better than others. It's literally about vibration. You're shifting, you're changing your vibration, and due to this is what causes the misalignment. So relationships can feel stagnant, they can feel draining, they can feel misaligned, and exhausting at times. And just it's one of those things, knowing that just because you've outgrown a connection doesn't mean that you can't love them. It just means that your souls are learning in different ways, like I said, in different timelines here. So when you come to this point of realizing that you're no longer aligned with this connection, that you've outgrown this connection, it's almost accepting or knowing the fact that you will be loving that person from a distance if you still have love for that person. That is the best way to kind of describe it, that you would be loving that person from a distance. So let's go into signs why you may outgrow a connection. So first of all, I've already mentioned it, and this is your energy. You pick it up, you pick up the vibration, you pick up the energy, and you are left, after interacting with that person, you are left feeling drained. Excuse me. You're left feeling drained, you're not uplifted. Sometimes you can feel exhausted after being in that person's company, or anxious. You're just, you are just off. You can feel it within your whole being that this doesn't sit right with you. It doesn't uplift you, it doesn't make you feel good, and it's, it doesn't feel good, basically. Another thing is that your conversations can tend to be forced. So if you feel as though you're not able to be your true self, or you're shrinking in order to keep the peace, that's another one. So the conversations are forced and you feel as though you're having to shrink or adapt to the connection or to whoever you're in conversation with. Another one is that your differences and your priorities, differences in values and priorities. So this could be because you're on a spiritual journey and you're healing and growing and you're opening your mind, you're becoming more conscious. It's, like I said, it no longer resonates with the people that you are connected with or have been connected with. So this is another sign that maybe you're not able to conversate with these people about the things that you're going through spiritually, about your spiritual awakening, about your healing, about your growth, or they have no interest in those kind of things that you were doing. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Another thing, what I realised with myself as well, that not many of my friends, or some of my friends, should I say, are not interested in the tarot reading or the whole spirituality thing. It's a thing where they've been raised as a Christian and they don't believe in this type of supportive structure in terms of being awoken, in terms of connecting with your spirit guides, in terms of channeling messages or anything like that. So sometimes you recognize that you see that within people, that your priorities and your values have changed, although you have had a long friendship or relationship with that person, but due to your differences now, you're realizing that the energy's changed, the energy has shifted between you both. So another thing is that you might find, another sign is resentment and frustration builds. You can often see this where sometimes small things trigger you because deep down your energies are clashing. Again, this is something that I experience, and I do experience it, I would say, on a regular basis with people that I come into contact with, that I recognize the fact that I'm triggered, just because of, it could just be because of the way they're thinking, like so negatively, that it's not what I'm about. I'm about supporting, I'm about finding a solution, I'm about connection and about love and moving through the energy, clearing energy and things like that. And there's many people that you'll find on your path as well when you're doing this, when you're healing and growing, that people love company. What is it? Misery loves company. And they like to, maybe come into the victim archetyped and just drain you even more, so you find that your energies are clashing with people that trigger you. So another thing is, you'll start to notice synchronicities, and this will help you in terms of reflecting on your life, and you will be engaging with, you often, obviously, when you're on this journey, you'll engage with people that are on a spiritual journey or like-minded as well. So that shows you the shift in your energy and where you're going towards, and what you present, what is currently presented in your life, rather than what you've actually been connecting with in the past, or accepting to a certain extent. So I've got some journal prompts for you now, so let me just get those. So by all means, whenever you're ready, you can pause the video in order to journal and then come back to the video. But I've got 4 questions for you. So the first one is, who in my life feels light, expansive and supportive? Who in my life feels light, expansive and supportive? Number 2 is, who in my life feels heavy, draining or limiting? And the next one is, when was the last time I felt truly myself in a connection? When was the last time I felt truly myself in a connection? And the last one is, if I listened only to my intuition, what would it say about this relationship? If I listened only to my intuition, what would it say about this relationship? So I'm giving you these questions, guys. I know that sometimes it is uncomfortable to kind of look and address these things that come up in our life, but I'm doing it for those that actually want to have that support in terms of their journey, in terms of healing and growth. And often by writing things down and having a journal, it will actually bring you clarity here. So this is the whole point of this exercise, is to bring you a sense of clarity. Because when you have a sense of clarity, the next part is accepting that things are going to change. I think I talked a little bit about this in one of my previous videos. So it's accepting that things will change between you both, and doing it from a place of your heart. So it's about navigating. Once you've worked out or you feel the misalignment with somebody, with a connection, again, when I said to you before about speaking with your heart, in terms of what you need to say coming from a place of your heart, it's the same thing in this instance as well. So it's approaching it from that place where you're able to gently distance yourself from somebody rather than causing maybe a dramatic ending. So it's not some big drama episode for you. So yes, approach the situation with coming from a place of your heart, with putting forward gentle distance between you and that person, that connection that you're now wanting to move away from. You also may want to have an honest conversation with that person as well before gently distancing yourself, if you feel as though it's required, if you feel as though it's needed. And also there's the element as well of doing an energetic release, which is something that I can help you with in terms of releasing the energetic cords that still tie you and that person. So you're claiming back your own energy and giving back theirs, and you're able to move on without their energy being in yours, like feeling the exhaustion or the anxiety, the things that you feel when being in connection with that person. And it's also, like I said, knowing the fact that you've heard the saying, you know, that some people are just in your life for a season. It's the same thing in a sense that now that you've almost leveled up, or you've raised your vibration and you're healing and you're doing, you know, your shadow work, or, you know, whatever it is that you're concentrating on in your spiritual journey, you are realizing that this person isn't meant to go much further on your journey. And that is actually you honoring your soul's path, you actually staying aligned with your soul's journey and moving forward with it. And it's known as well that although it doesn't always feel easy, there can be an element of guilt as well, that you feel guilt that you are changing, that you are leaving somebody behind, that you've outgrown somebody. And I'm talking about, you know, these could be some real good connections that you've had in your life, some, you know, primary school, secondary school friends, people that you've grown up with. It could be work colleagues as well that you've got close to, or it could be, you know, your life partner, or the person you thought was your life partner and you're married to them, and now you're on this journey. You feel as though you're becoming more conscious of your spiritual path and your soul's essence and what it is that you want to move forward with, and you're realizing the fact that you don't share the same values, same beliefs. There's no interest there. There's no taking an interest in what you're doing and how you are progressing. And so it almost feels as though that person, or it is in that sense, that person is trying to contain you within the environment of which you have known all this time, but you've outgrown it. You're expanding, you're coming outside the box. And if people want to stay in the box, it is about you saying goodbye, but doing so by releasing the guilt, because everybody has their own choice in terms of how they're going to move forward with life. So this person can either grow with you, even again at a slower pace, but this person is growing and taking interest, and, you know, you see progress, and you feel as though it's not so much of a drain. You can sense maybe that there is misalignment there, but it's nothing significant, because you understand and you see that this person is growing and expanding and on their spiritual path as well. So it's down to actually how you feel within these connections. So that's why I gave you these journal prompts that will help you kind of select and kind of reassess different connections within your life. Okay, so we're going to get into the meditation now. I'm not going to play any music. You're just going to listen to my voice. So if you want to get comfortable and close your eyes and take some nice deep breaths. Relax your head, your facial muscles, your shoulders, all the way down to your arms. Relax your chest, your hips, and your legs. Let your feet relax as you have some time for yourself. Now I want you to visualize yourself in a safe golden bubble of light. And now I want you to imagine the person that you may be outgrowing standing before you. And I just want you to notice how your energy feels in their presence. Do you feel heavy, light, tight, free? How do you feel? Now I want you to place one hand over your heart and say silently to yourself, I honour the role you played in my life. I release what no longer serves my highest good. I call back my energy and I send yours back with love. Now take some nice deep breaths. And I want you to imagine new connections entering your life that match your vibration and support your growth. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes and you can pause the video if you want to journal anything that arose within this mini meditation. So just in closing, guys, outgrowing a connection is never easy, but it's one of the most powerful signs of spiritual growth. Trust that when you release what no longer is aligned with you, you create space for relationships that are truly ready to enter and nourish your soul. If you're willing to go deeper and you're wanting support, by all means contact myself. I can help you with cord cutting, stepping in fully into your truth, showing up as your authentic self. And I offer one-to-ones on a 30-minute and 60-minute basis, as well as providing with psychic readings. My details are in the description box below. Don't forget, guys, to subscribe and comment and let me know how you got on, what insights you saw in the meditation, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.